Okay, welcome back everybody. Last week was our makeup week. This week we are going to focus on space. Now in art, space means something different than planets and stars and the galaxy beyond, far, far away. Space in art means the distance between things. For example, this hand is in front of this hand. But if we looked at it this way, now this hand is in front of this hand. So it's all about what we call perspective, your point of view. We're going to learn how to draw a form of perspective today where things will get smaller as they go farther away, just like my hand did. And everything close up will be big. So follow along. You'll need a straight edge, a sheet of paper, and a pencil for today's activity. This is a very challenging topic. So today is going to be used as a practice and introduction to perspective drawing. All right, so I have my piece of paper. For my straight edge, I'm going to use a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can use the edge of a folder, a book, or even another sheet of paper. You just want something that you can go along the side of and create a straight line, because today is all about straight lines. Now, I am going to put my ruler just slightly above the middle of my page, and I have my page horizontal, so it's long ways as if we were watching a movie on our phones. And I'm just going to draw a line right along the edge of my ruler, and this is going to be our horizon line. All right, so it's hard to draw with a ruler and record at the same time because you have to keep that ruler in place. But here's my horizon line. A horizon line is where the sky meets the land. So that's your horizon line. If you've ever been to the beach or watched a sunset, you've seen where the water and the sky touch. That's the horizon. So we have our horizon line here, horizontal, and above our horizon line, above it, we're gonna put a little dot, and that's gonna be called our vanishing point. Vanishing points are where things get smaller as they go farther away. They kind of disappear, they vanish. Once we've gotten our vanishing point, and feel free to pause this video as you need, we're gonna line up our ruler or our straight edge, whatever you could find, where our ruler touches our vanishing point and then goes off to the left as if we're making the left side of a triangle. So you'll line up here and you're gonna draw a line down your ruler to the left. Okay, so there's our line. Notice it touches the vanishing point, goes off to the left. This is gonna be the left side of a road that we'll draw going off into the distance. Now, what we're learning today is a technique that can be used to create a lot of things other than roads. A road is just a good starting point for our first time around. All right, so just like we did on the left, we're gonna line up our ruler to the right this time. Make sure it's touching, or mathematical term, intersecting this vanishing point. And we're gonna draw a line down our ruler to the right. All right, so once we've drawn that, you can see we've kind of created this huge uppercase A, and this shows our road getting smaller as it goes off into the distance. So our next step is we need to use our eraser, and we're gonna erase this small line segment here and here. So just whatever's above the line, we wanna make sure we don't erase our vanishing point, because that's gonna be our friend drawing these next couple of things. And as we erase that, now you can kind of see, oh, okay, it's starting to look like a road going off into the distance. Now, if you've ever been on a road, you know that lanes are divided by these little dotted lines. So let's line up our ruler going straight up and down here. And again, this is a challenging concept, but if you start practicing this now, by the time you're in middle and high school, you'll be a pro and you'll be drawing awesome perspective pictures and impressing everyone who sees them. So let's line up our ruler right in the middle here, and we're gonna start at the bottom and we're gonna make those dashed lines, but this time we're gonna get smaller as we go up our page. So we'll make a nice long dash, then a little smaller, then a little smaller, 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 small, 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 small. So now we're really getting a good perspective there. And you can even kind of mess around and look at it at different angles. Ooh, it's like a optical illusion when we get lower on our paper. Do that one more time for those of you who are into optical illusions. Now it's like we're looking down the road off into the distance. Okay, so let's add a little more details here to really give it that 3D effect. And we're gonna add some street lights along the right side. You know, the lights that light up at night so you can see your way. And our step for that is we're gonna make what's called a parameter. Parameter is a big word that means a space to work within. So we're gonna make a space here that we keep all of our artwork inside so that it'll guide us in how to make things different sizes. So we're gonna line up our ruler, again, touching our vanishing point. And this time we're gonna go even farther to the right. And we're gonna draw a line down to the right. All right, so we have this new area that we're calling a parameter, a place to work within. So all of our art's gonna stay between these two lines, 1 and 2. Stay between line 1 and line 2. And we're gonna make very simple street lights. So our first step is we're gonna line up our ruler horizontally. That means left and right. And we're just gonna draw a little line for the base of our light post. Now you wanna make sure that line is nice and straight left to right, otherwise your lights are gonna look like they're leaning over, like a storm came and knocked them over. All right, so we got our horizontal line here. Messed up a little bit right there, but that's all right. Nothing an eraser can't fix. And then we're gonna go up from that line that we just drew, and we're gonna draw a line going straight up until it touches our parameter line. So we're gonna go straight up. So you can see we've made kind of a tall backwards L. So that's gonna be the post for our light. Here's the base. Then we need to make the top of our light where our light would actually hang off. So we're gonna go back to our horizontal line where our line is touching our parameter. And we're gonna draw a line straight over to the left about halfway down our parameter line. And again, I know this is a challenging concept. This is just a practice introduction to something that we can use later in the year, drawing space. And we're just gonna draw a line to the left. Okay, so we have our light post, but we don't have our light. So I'm going to add a little light here at the end. You can make this whatever style you want. I'm gonna keep it simple with a little triangle and a half circle. Little simple light. And now we're gonna add some more light posts going down our road so we can illuminate, light up the entire way. So we're gonna follow the same steps that we did with line 1 and 2. This time we're gonna go up a little, and if you notice, our parameter is gonna get smaller. So if we go to make our next light, you can see that it is clearly smaller than the first light that we did. I want to make sure that these are as horizontal as possible so we don't get those leaning lights. Again, if you don't have a ruler, you can use the edge of a paper or a book. And we'll make our little light on here. And look, because our parameter got smaller, so did our light post. I'm gonna add 1 or 2 more as we go up. You guys go ahead and add 1 more, and we'll see if that one gets even smaller as we go up. Okay, so as you can see here, we got our lights, 1, 2, 3. Now we can erase this parameter line so that they're freestanding. Hold it down here so we can get at it. So we had 1, 2, 3 lights. There it is as we're looking down the road. Very cool. All right, so you can use this tactic of the vanishing point to add a lot of things to the sides of your roads, like buildings and animals and fences. I'll do a little bonus video where I show you guys that, but for today's assignment, all we have to do is show the road, show our streetlights, and then the fun part, anything above this line can be drawn like a normal picture. So I'm gonna do mountains. You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna do mountains and a tunnel. So mountains, if you want to do mountains like me, are like triangles, but we're gonna add some texture to them. So every once in a while you just veer off of your triangle and come back. Give yourself a little icy cap there. And you can just start to layer those as you see fit. Again, giving yourself that extra texture. Adding some in the background is always nice. You can add extra texture wherever you want. Mountains are very rocky. Again, you don't have to do mountains here. I just like a nice mountain scene when I'm doing a road. Let you add a cool tunnel. Add another one back there, and maybe one more really big one. So like I said, anything above the line is two-dimensional, so you can just draw it however you see fit. And then if we want to make a tunnel, tunnel is just an upside down U or a lowercase n. And then you color that in black. And there's your tunnel. And we have our road that goes off into a tunnel. So this is all you have to do for this week's assignment. However, if you want to learn how to do extra things, I'll post a bonus video on Thursday where you can see how to make extra things like buildings and fences. All right, good luck. If you have any questions, message me on Canvas.